All right, so here is kind of what that table on the graph the table looks like graphically. So our unit demand is right here. So that's going to be the unit elasticity. Now on this side over here, we have the inelastic demand. So, it's less than one. So between 0 and 1. And so what happens is if we have a price increase goes up and the revenue increases. So price increase, revenue increases. Or if a price decreases, the revenue decreases. So it's kind of a fixture like this. Now here, if we increase the price, what happens? Our revenue is going to decrease because we're going to be selling less things probably. And if we decrease the price, we're going to sell more things, and so our revenue is going to increase. And so this is the elastic demand. So this is kind of more like what most people realize. If you increase the prices, you're going to decrease how much you make because you're going to not sell as many, or if you decrease your price, you're going to sell more, and therefore your revenue is going to go up. And over here, this is the ideal world. If you increase your price, you're going to increase your revenue, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it is if you have demand is it requires it. And if you decrease your price, you're going to decrease your revenue. So those are kind of things to think about where you have that. And again, the one right down the middle, that's the unit elasticity. All right, so let's look at one last problem because all the problems are going to be the same. We're going to use the formula to find E of P, and then we're just going to plug in values. So we're repeating this example here, except we're going to be $21 a pair instead of our $15 a pair. So, we're doing 21. So they give us a manufacturer of sunglasses currently sells one type for $21 a pair. The price P and demand X for these glasses are related by this equation. If the current price is increased, will revenue increase or decrease? So again, we have to think about what is our elasticity equation. Well, that was minus P times F prime of P all over F of P. All right. So we have our equation here. So we're going to have a minus P times, what is the derivative of this? Well, it looks like it's going to be a negative 250. And that's all over just that equation. Oops, too many zeros. Oh, that's okay. Good. It didn't write them. Then we have, oops, we want a minus though. 9,500 minus 250p. All right, so let's think about what we can cancel here. So this minus cancels this minus, makes that a plus. And if we divide that, 250 will go into 9,500 how many times? Let's see, 38 times. So we can cancel 250 here and here. And so here we have a 38. Here we're going to have a 1, and that's going to be a 1. And so we've reduced this. E of P now is going to be just looks like a P over, and we have a 38 minus, where's the 8? 8 minus P. All right, so that's our elasticity function now. And now what we have to do is we have to plug in $21. So E of 21 equals what? Well, that's going to be 21 divided by 38 minus 21, and that's going to be equal to 21 divided by 38 minus 21. 1.24 it looks like. 1.24, that's going to be the middle one, so that's going to be elastic, if I remember, elastic demand. And if we think about, where that is, here's that one, it's going to be over here. So basically, if we increase our price, our revenue is going to go down. So basically, if price increases, revenue goes down. Okay. And again, and it's just based on that graph here. If we increase our price, the revenue decreases. That's when we have this elastic number over here. So it's greater than the 1. Now, if it had been less than 1, we would have a revenue increase. But because it's, greater than 1, it's going to be elastic. So our price increase requires the revenue to go down. All right, so that's basically all the ways things can work here. And again, can you differentiate? That's really the whole key to this whole section. And then plug it in and then solve your equation and determine if you're, on the left side of the graph right in the center or on the right side of the graph, and then that depends on what you have. So hopefully that helps you with this section.